The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Welcome back to Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented, as always, by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Laborers Local 663, Shelter Insurance Agents, Grant Baker in Aurora, Sean Holman in Lockwood. The Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County. Also presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Great Southern Bank, and Doak Propane. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Pleased to be joined now by Parkway Central head baseball coach Scott Davis. Coach Davis, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, you're off to a 6-3 start, defending district champion from a year ago. Talk a little bit about your team and what you had to replace off of last year's team coming into the 2022 season.
So last year we had 6 really good seniors, and then they were combined with a really good junior class and a really good sophomore class. So we were kind of able to reload, so to speak. And we those juniors are now seniors, and they were an integral part of our success last year, and they're off to a good start this year, 6-3. And 3 games I think everybody would agree we wish we could have back and didn't play our best. But that's what baseball is all about, is bouncing back and playing well the next day, and hopefully we can do that again today.
Well, and a barn burner just a day ago with
Yeah.
Gateway Legacy Senior High. And I don't know much about Gateway. I know they're undefeated, I think, on the season, but 15-14 in that contest yesterday.
So yesterday we played Gateway Legacy. First time playing them. Found out about them last year. They're actually a non-MISHA sanctioned school up in Florissant, and they recruit a bunch of kids internationally, primarily from the Dominican Republic, and give those kids an opportunity to go to school here in the States. And that's why they're not MISHA sanctioned. But I found out about them last year, and I tell you what, they are a fun team to play. They have a ton of energy, and they love playing baseball. And as soon as the game was over, it was all handshakes. Great game, coach. Great game, guys. It was a really fun game to be a part of. And unfortunately, we ended it after 6 innings because it got so dark. And 15-14, it was a lot of fun. Really fun game to be a part of. And I highly recommend people playing them because, man, they're fun to watch.
Again, visiting with Parkway Central head baseball coach Scott Davis here on High School Game Day on the Missouri Sports Network. And Coach Davis, kind of give us an idea of your conference there in the St. Louis area. It's always competitive baseball. As you look up and down, really the Missouri Baseball Coach Association state rankings, predominantly they're either from Southwest Missouri or St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, the Suburban Conference has been very strong in football, basketball, and baseball. And we do have a tough conference. And a couple years ago, I used to try and line up our pitching to win conference, and I've kind of changed my tune the last couple of years. And we're going to go with our 1, 2, 3, 4, and however they may fall. We're going to focus on trying to get better and focus on district championships. And I think that's played well for us the last couple of years.
Coming out of a district championship a year ago, I think Fort Zumwalt South ended your season a year ago, and of course they went on to the Final Four. Tell us a little bit about your district. Where's it going to be played this year, and who's participating?
So this year in our district is us, Westminster, MICDS. I'd have to pull
Chaminade.
Chaminade, Rockwood Summit, who was in a Final Four last year. So our district is going to be very tough. And our district is always going to be tough because of our geographical nature here in St. Louis. And we've got a ton of schools right around us who are always strong. And we're going to have our work cut out for us again. But we've done it in the past. And there's no doubt we have the potential to do it. But we just got to play good baseball.
Hey, Coach, with the new rules with regards to how many games you can play and, doubling up on Saturdays, just counting as one game, so to speak, what's your schedule makeup look like? And I know it's always tough in the spring because of the weather, to get all these games in. And a lot of times, especially, I've noticed up in maybe north central Missouri where they don't have enough umpires. You get rainouts and you're just running shortages on umpires.
We've actually dealt with that the last couple of years. Like for instance, yesterday we got a ton of rain yesterday morning, and our athletic director said, "Hey, we need to make a decision as early as we can because we have an umpire shortage today, and if our game is canceled, they're going to move those umpires to a different game." So we have dealt with that in the past. Usually, it's more affected on JV and freshmen, but obviously, they were going to move our umpires to another game yesterday if ours were canceled. And luckily, we were able to play. As far as the scheduling goes, I actually like the new rule because it used to be 20-1, 18-2, 17-3 regarding regular season games and tournament. Now they just put a blanket number. Hey, you can play 36 games. We don't care how you play them, but that's your limit. And I kind of like that. We actually only have 31 scheduled, which is probably more than we need. But we can handle it this year because we do have a good amount of pitching. But in years past, we just wouldn't have the pitching to have that many games. But I like just the true number because you don't have to worry about, all right, is this a tournament game? Is this not? And then this also affords us, let's say it becomes May 1st and we have 2 days off and somebody sends out a message, hey, we're looking for a game. We can just go ahead and pick that game up because we know we only have 31 games scheduled. So I like the new format.
Again, visiting with Parkway Central head baseball coach Scott Davis, state ranked this season right now. And I mentioned that you look up and down those state rankings. Of course, Willard, defending Class 5 state champion, is number one, and they've got a good group back. You got Glendale out of the Springfield area, and then you can go down into extreme Southwest Missouri with the likes of Webb City and McDonald County, who played to a one-run walk-off game, a couple of nights ago. Great atmosphere there. But tell us, in your area, in the St. Louis area, who are some of the standout teams, no matter the class? I mean, I know you've got CBC and in that area who's always really good, yourself. But who are some of the other standout teams?
I mean, standout teams in St. Louis historically are always going to be Lafayette, Marquette, Rockwood Summit. I mean, Rockwood Summit went to a Final Four last year. Eureka is always good. And then obviously you got CBC, DeSmet, Westminster. There's a plethora of schools right here in the St. Louis area that, you've got to bring your A game to compete with them. And that's always going to be a challenge. MICDS has put up some impressive numbers this year, and they had a really nice squad. We beat them in the district championship last year. They had a really nice squad last year. I think they've got a lot of guys back, so they'll for certain be a handful in districts. Westminster, we played last week, lost 4-3. Really, really good ball game. You knew it would be, and they're in our district as well. Rockwood Summit is in our district. We play them tomorrow, so we've got a healthy schedule on our hands. But that's the way I like it. I think that's what prepares you for the playoffs as having a tough schedule.
And just a little bit about your background, Coach Davis. How long have you been at Parkway Central? Where'd you come from? Where'd you where'd you go to college? Where'd you cut your teeth at, so to speak?
Yeah, I'm from St. Louis. Went to Northwest High School. I played 2 years at Jefferson College and then 2 years at UMSL, and just fell in love with obviously sports and knew I wanted to teach and coach high school baseball. I had a lot of great high school coaches, and it's something I wanted to do. And I landed the PE job here in 2010 at Parkway Central Middle School, coached freshman and JV baseball, and then luckily for me, Ryan Connors, who I still talk to, a good friend of mine, he was the varsity head coach at Parkway Central. He was originally from Indiana. Him and his wife, they wanted to move back to their hometown. They moved back, and I got the head coaching job in 2014, and I've been here ever since, and I love it. And I hope to be here the next 14, 17 years, however many I have left. And such a great place to be.
You bet. Well, Coach Davis, I certainly appreciate you being generous with your time, and look to catch up with you as the season goes on, and maybe we can get a few of your players on as well, and let them tell a little bit about their experiences and visit with them as well.
Hey, if we could get that organized, that'd be great. I've got 7 seniors this year, or we've got 7 seniors this year, 4 who are going on to play college baseball, which is really, really neat. Neat group of seniors, and I'd love to have them on because they're awesome kids.
Outstanding. Again, been visiting with Parkway Central head baseball coach Scott Davis here on High School Game Day on the Missouri Sports Network. Appreciate everyone tuning in. And as always, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be right here on the Missouri Sports Network tomorrow.